wait for it, just don't have a wedding. Done. Yay! Today's vlog's done. Over. Bye guys. So the reason why I'm making this video is because I got married last year in Melbourne for less than $3,000. The reason why I did it was because I worked in hospitality when I first moved to Melbourne as a uni student, and I saw a lot of big weddings and I just thought that wasn't me. It just wasn't me, and I didn't want to do that for myself. Also, on top of that, I had just graduated from university and didn't have a lot of money to spend, so I decided I was gonna have a cute small wedding for really cheap. So how did I do it? Basically, it really helps when you and your to-be husband are living far, far away in another country from your parents and your family and your other friends from like your childhood and things like that. So my husband's from France and I'm from India, and our parents don't live in Australia, and most of our childhood friends don't live in Australia either. So we basically just invited the 20 closest people we know in Melbourne, and it was pretty awesome. Another thing that we did, which was great, was to find an amazing celebrant. Do your research, try to find a good deal. We got a pretty good deal with Lisa Greenfield, who is a celebrant but also a friend's aunt. And our friend suggested that we go with her, and she was $600. She was amazing. She worked with us really well, and she just basically got us going with what we needed and was like not stressful at all. The next thing we did was figuring out what we needed for the wedding and where we needed to do it. So biggest tip of it all, don't do it at a high venue. If you want to have a cheap ass wedding, do it in your parents' backyard, in your backyard, in a park, in the government's backyard. I don't know if that makes sense, but in a park. So in Victoria, in Melbourne, if you have less than 50 people coming to your wedding or a less than 50 people event, you can have it for free. So as we had 20 people at the wedding, we could have done it for free. So free venue. The next thing was the food. Do an afternoon wedding, like late afternoon, so not early afternoon. So we did a 2 o'clock wedding, which meant that everyone came after lunch and we had the wedding, and we just had heaps of nibbles. So we had lots of bread, cheese, cured meats, dips, and cake, and lots of alcohol, wine, beer, champagne, you name it, it was there. So how do we get all the food there and all the alcohol there, and how does it work? So in the park that we chose, we could drink, so we needed no permit for it, and it worked out really well, and we got all our friends involved. So number 3 of the best things that you can do to have a cheap wedding is to get your friends involved, and actually people love it. My friends were like, what do you want me to bring to your wedding? So all we organized was the cutlery stuff, which was all biodegradable things that I bought, so we could just throw it away, but they were biodegradable and not plastic. And wine, so we got a huge case of wine from Naked Wines. I think we had like 14 bottles in there, and that cost us maybe $200 for the wine. Find some really resourceful friends, and I'm very lucky to have them. So basically, I didn't buy any flowers for the wedding. I just got them all for free. I have a friend who has a friend with a farm, and basically we got all the flowers for my wedding for free, even for the decoration and for my hair, which was really nice. The next thing that people spend a lot of money on at weddings are photographers and videographers. 2 of our very good friends love photography and videography, and are pretty decent at it. Actually, one of them is a professional photographer. So we just asked them if they wanted to be photographers at our wedding, and they agreed. So we didn't have to pay for photographers or videographers, and we saved a lot of cash, and we have amazing memories from that. Also, I basically recorded my wedding on Facebook Live, so everybody on my Facebook page saw it, and so my parents and everybody else could watch it too. The next thing is dress, the wedding dress. So I bought my wedding dress online from Sable Luxe, and it cost me like $150. JP bought his suit from one of his friends who knows someone or something, I don't know. He bought his suit from somewhere, and it cost him $200, which is pretty legit. We just did all of our shopping, college shopping, for $350. Pretty rad, I would say. Rings. We did want rings. Well, I wanted rings because I love wearing rings, and that was the next thing on the budget of this wedding. We bought our rings from Larson Jewelers, and that ended up costing us like $1,400, which is pretty good, which was like pretty much the big chunk of this wedding. So just the rings and the celebrant cost us like $2,000, so we have $1,000 more to go after that. After all the eating and cake cutting and all that stuff, we invited everyone over to our place, which is pretty close to where we got married, and we had gin and tonics for everyone, so that cost us maybe around another $100. And then we all went to a pub and we had pizzas, and that cost us probably another $200. So let's do a tally. What does that come up to? I have a little handy sheet of paper that will help me do that. So we spent $600 on the celebrant, $1,400 on the rings, $300 on wine and food, $150 on my dress, $200 on JP's suit, $100 on gin and tonics, $200 on pizza and food at the pub. What does that come up to? $2,950. Less than $3,000. So guys, that's how it's done. If you have any questions about how you can have a wedding for less than $3,000, and if you have any questions about how I did it in Melbourne, comment, send me a message, I don't know, and I can help you, because apparently I'm a wedding planner. Not really, but I got married for less than $3,000, and so can you, and you could probably do it cheaper than me. And if you do cheaper than me, let me know. I would like to know what you did. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Surprise, like, share. If you know any friends that are planning on getting married for cheap, share this video with them.